Who gets some of that money? Does that name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding. If you think that the program under Operation Enduring Sentinel entitled Women's Scholarship Endowment, which receives $60 million annually, or the Young Women Lead, which gets about $5 million annually, is going to women who, by the way, if you read the Inspector General's report, is telling you that the Taliban does not allow women to speak in public. Yet somehow you're believing, and American people are supposed to believe, that this money is going for the betterment of the women in Afghanistan. It is not. You are funding terrorism, and it's coming through USAID. And it's not just Afghanistan, because Pakistan's right next door. USAID spent $840 million in the last 20 years on Pakistan's education-related program. It includes $136 million to build 120 schools, of which there is zero evidence that any of them were built. Why would there be any evidence? The Inspector General can't get in to see them. But you know what? We doubled down and spent $20 million from USAID to create educational television programs for children unable to attend the physical school. Yeah, they can't attend it because it doesn't exist. You paid for it. Somebody else got the money. You are paying for terrorism. This has got to end. I yield, Mr. Chairman. ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan.
Dear Atiwajibola Ahmed Tinubu, this is a very serious allegation. This is a very, very serious allegation. And to the respective heads of all our security agencies in Nigeria, this is a very serious allegation that should not be overlooked. Over time, we have heard different stories that Boko Haram are being sponsored by the West, but there was no clearer evidence than this particular evidence. I mean, this man's name is his name is Scott Gordon Perry. He's an American politician and a retired Army National Guard Brigadier General. Now, the Army National Guard in the U.S. is just like an American military reserve. So they don't go outside war, they only stay inside. It's a domestic army where they don't go outside to go and fight. So this man is privileged to a lot of information. So him coming out to say that the US aid, the money that is supposed to be used to sponsor countries in development, are being used to sponsor terrorism in different countries, to cause chaos in those countries, so that they can make more money in those countries and also make more money with the US aid. It's just crazy. Now, what's the US aid? The USAID is an independent agency of the United States government that is primarily responsible for administrating civilian foreign aid and development assistance. Now, what is the purpose of the USAID? The purpose of the USAID is the U.S. Agency for International Development is the principal U.S. agency to extend assistance to countries recovering from disasters, trying to escape poverty, and engaging in democratic reform. So all these poor countries, they go there. Their primary responsibility is to give them a boost, to upgrade them, to uplift them, just general development by the funds that are being contributed or the funds that are being donated for the development of this such country, like a third world country. But now this man is coming to reveal that those money are being used to sponsor terrorism. Now, the problem now is not what this man is saying. It's the way the government is even reacting to this, right? The government are actually not saying anything about this. This man is telling us that he's literally saying, I know the people responsible for the buying of a lot of people in Nigeria through Boko Haram. That's what he's saying. He's literally saying, I know them, because he has pointed that it is the US aid. So I would expect that the Nigerian government, as Atiwajibola Ahmed Tinubu government, would actually do a deep investigation and bring this man, or maybe tell him, ask him question. You have the rights. He literally called Boko Haram that affected the lives of a lot of people and caused chaos in Nigeria. Turned a lot of states upside down. See Borno State. See, a lot of northern states have been turned upside down. A lot of people cannot go to school. A lot of them have to run away because of insecurity and insurgency from all those states and because of the Boko Haram. So this guy has come out to say, okay, yes, I'm giving you people a direction so that you people can know where the problem is coming from and know what have affected us in Nigeria, because Boko Haram is still affecting us up till now. So the Nigerian government are quiet, and I'm surprised. Unless, of course, if they know about it and they have been the one that have been cleaning up. Because, to be honest, there's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government. That's just the truth. There's nothing that gets past the eyes of the government, unless if they deliberately want to keep quiet. Because normally, you get what you go talk, DSS will come pick you. You get what you go come talk, NSA will come pick you. You get what you go talk, police will come pick you. They'll talk say it's an act of terrorism. They just literally exposed what. Do you know how many people where Boko Haram don't buy because of this insecurity and insurgency? You know what Boko Haram don't do for this country at all? Up till now, there was still a news last week where Boko Haram enters army camp, allegedly go by army, carry their guns, carry them run. This is supposed to be a time where the Nigerian government will say, no, all those innocent blood that was shed by the Boko Haram insurgency, that they can actually get justice. I mean, they finally giving us a lead. Unlike before where we say everybody in a rumor, everybody in a rumor. Now, this is not a rumor. This is direct. This is like telling you that I know the people. This man has given you a hint. What are you people doing about it? There's no press release. There's nothing. The government don't release anything. They don't release any news about that. But if one person talk for TikTok now, una go rush go carry am. If person talk for Twitter now, una go rush go carry am. This man where they talk now, a politician, present politician, and a retired army reserve. So he is privileged to a lot of information. So Nigerian government, I ask you, what is going on? Are you people going to mount an investigation on this? You now have a lead. You now have a lead. And it's just so crazy. This USA thing, it just opened my eyes to a lot of things to let you know, say, oh my blessing are these Americans, true. Now then they cause wala for this world. Yes. Because if they give you money for development of another countries, nobody forced you people. You people decided to set up that agency. So now go use and they sponsor ISIS. They use and they sponsor different terrorist groups around the world. But again, at the end of the day, if you are smart, you could already know, so you could not read between the lines. All this war that are going on around the world, it's not as if they cannot stop them. They can stop them. But there are a lot of money, there's billions of dollars to be made in the war. There's billions of dollars to be made weekly, monthly, yearly, when there's a war around the world. They don't scatter Iraq. They don't scatter Iran. They don't do Russia and Ukraine. They don't do Israel and this one. They don't do Boko Haram. They don't do this one. All of them are big cash out because of the people where they sell weapons. The people that sells weapons, they cash out. The government said they cash out. So Nigerian government, are you part of the people that were collecting this money from the US aid to set up your people or to put your people in a box so that they go buy them, make some greedy politicians make their cash out? Because the way you people are quiet, it's obvious that people like say, una know what's in they go on. Like I said before, all these kind of things, me I no go talk. But this is what I say now straight. This is a lead. This is a lead. Coming from somebody in the US, a politician, this is a lead. So if people don't react to this, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it only means that the government have been aware of this right from time. This Boko Haram thing was a hit during Goodluck Jonathan regime. During Goodluck Jonathan regime, it was a hit. Then during Buhari time, it just happened small. Then Tinubu time now, once. It dey make me want to suspect APC government. It dey make me the suspect APC government 100. Because it almost look as if Omo say that Boko Haram, they bring them come so that they go scatter Goodluck Jonathan regime. They made their person call enter. It almost looks like that. Allegedly. I'm not saying that that's what happened. But I'm thinking it because it's looking like that some way, somehow. So the Nigerian government, they are still watching Bola Ahmed Tinubu government. Do you understand? What are you people going to do about this news? What are you people going to do about this news? Are you people receiving money to set up your people? Man, this news is crazy. I watched it yesterday. I said, wait till they go on here. I tried to think of another approach of this, but come on. It looks like the government actually are part of the people collecting from this US aid. I know they also went on to talk about how the US aid, how they give it to some NGOs. You know, the man said a lot of things that are really, really scary. So these people gamble with a lot of people's life for just cash. It's just crazy. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we are really waiting for your government, the NSA, the SSS, the DSS, the police, the army, all of you. We want to really hear we want to know if what this man is saying is true. I am really curious. I really want to know. Like I said, unlike before, where we say, okay, yes, the people just they talk around. This one now, a straight accusation.